without laughter. A sad place indeed it would be. The funniest, the silliest, whatever it takes for the sound of laughter. So, never laughing at someone else, only sharing together the humors of the moment. A day without laughter is a day wasted. Where there is a laughter, there is a healing. With this, I would like to invite the artist of the 7 to 10 standard to perform an act, and the title of play is The Kingdom of Fools. Let us dive into the world of the fools with round of applause.
We are present role play in front of you. I am Shika and I am playing the role of Minister. I am Disha, I am playing the role of King. I am Prince Rana, I am playing the role of God. I am Manat, I am playing the role of disciple. I am Muskan, I am playing the role of Guru. I am Kushi and I am playing the role of dancer and narrator. I am Navi and I am playing the role of fruit seller and thief. I am Sman, I am playing the role of bricklayer. I am Yashik and I am playing a role of goldsmith. I am Arav and I am playing the role of merchant. I am Basuna, I am playing the role of brother. Let's start. May I come in? Give me back the throne. I am the king of this king. My name is. Hey, minister, come here. What is my name? Why don't you remember my name? In the kingdoms of food, both the king and minister were fools. They thought to change day into night and night into day. They ordered that whosoever will not follow the new lifestyle will be seriously punished to death. And because of this fear of punishment, the new lifestyle was soon adopted by the people of kingdom. My king, I would like to say that you are even greater than other kings. Oh dear, tell me something that I don't know. Well, I was thinking that you should not rule like ordinary kings. So, why we do not change day into night and night into day? Fabulous idea! Let's make that a law and form the kingdom about it. May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? Our king has ordered to change day into night and night into day. Who will disobey the king's rule will be seriously punished to death. Understand? Understand? The law was formed and everyone was upset. For if they did not obey the king's rule, he would punish them. So the business were run during the night and people soon got used to their new lifestyle. Everyone slept during the day. Your Highness, King, Your Highness, the people of the kingdom are complaining that the food is very expensive. Oh dear, so what do you suggest? I suggest that we make all food available in one day. Splendid idea! Let's make that a law. One day, a guru came with his disciple to the
kingdom. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Dear, isn't it strange? As it is a daytime and no one is out in the streets. What do you think could be wrong?
I don't know, Master. I need some food. I am so hungry.
Oh, you think something different. You are always hungry and always need food, will you? They wondered until it finally started to get dark and were shocked to see people were coming out of their houses. Would the sleeping whole day? Would the strange kingdom?
Oh, Master, the food stores are open. May I eat some food now?
Go there and eat some fruits.
What is the cost of this banana?
Only 1 rupee.
Okay, take this.
Listen, I want to ask something that why this kingdom runs at night only? Because our king is foolish.
What is this?
Master, look. I bought this ghee, this banana, so cheap. Everything costed only 1 rupee. Let's stay here, Master. Another one of the idiot. We must not be here in the kingdom. It is not good idea to be here in the kingdom of fools. The Guru tried hard to reason with his disciples who only wanted to stay for cheap food. Very well, you stay if you want, but I am going. The disciples stayed in the kingdom and soon got used to their new ways. He ate as much as he could and soon became very fat.
This is amazing. Master was so wrong about this place.
One day, a thief broke into a rich man's house to steal. But as he was entering the house, the wall of house fell upon him and killed him. The brother of thief went into the king. Who are you?
Your Highness King, when my brother was pursuing, he betrayed a ball on him and killed him. The merchant to be blamed.
Go that merchant immediately. Was it your ball which killed his brother? Is it true? Your Highness King. Oh, it's mine. But the wall was built in my father's time. There's nothing I could do about. You will be punished as the wall belongs to you. What? Should not the person who built the wall be punished?
The bricklayer.
Go that bricklayer immediately. Your Highness King, was it you who built the merchant house wall and which collapsed on his brother and killed him? I made it many years ago. So why did not you build the wall properly? Well, I remember why I was unable to build that properly. There was a dancer walking up and down the street. I am innocent. Oh, the case is so complicated. Go and call that dancer. Your Highness King, you have the proud here for distracting this man with your anklets while he was building the wall of this merchant house. A wall? Yes, the wall which has now fallen and killed his brother. My lord, wait! Now I remember why I was going up and down to the street. I have given some gold to the goldsmith to make jewelry for me. He was a lazy scoundrel. Make so many excuses. Said he will give it now, he will give it then. That was not my fault, sir. That was the damn goldsmith's fault. Oh, now we find the real culprit. Go and find him.
Hey, what are you doing? Minister? You also? Shit. Your Highness King, don't you think whatever you did was just wrong? Wait, let me explain. Yes, it is true that dancer came to my shop many times. It is because I had to make a delivery to very restless merchant, so I could not ignore him, could I? Who was the merchant? He was the merchant. No. It was not me. It was built by my father, not me. I'm innocent. I know. Your father is the real culprit, but now he is dead. And as you have inherited everything from your father, from his wealth with those things, so someone should be punished at this palace, and you will be the main culprit of this horrible crime, and you must die. And the king ordered that a new stake should be made ready for the execution. My lord, I want to ask question. Yes, ask. My lord, who is the greater, the guru or the disciple? Oh, the guru. Why are you talking? I'm talking because I'm the king of this kingdom. Go. Then put me that first. Why? No, I will be the first. Stand properly. Why do you want to die first? As we choose, as we was that man. Your Highness, we actually travel throughout the world, but we'll never seen the king like you and the city like this. It is just not a stake. It is stake of God of justice. Who will die first? They will directly go to in the heaven, and in future birth they become the king and the minister. Put them into the jail. That night, the king and his minister went secretly into the prison to release the guru and his disciples. They disguised them as they stood, and as arranged beforehand, the king and his minister were taken to be properly executed on the stake. Then the bodies were taken to be thrown to vultures and crows. The whole city panicked. They were in confusion. All night they discussed about the future of the kingdom. The guru and disciple got up as they were preparing to leave the town. What we do now? The king and minister were dead. Who will our next king and minister? Look, our disciples were going. Stop them! Say that. Stop. Guru and disciple, please agree to king and minister, please. And minister, no. Please. Okay, finally they agree to rule. From the now, day will be day and night will be night. Nothing goes will not please. Understood? Yes, understood. Moral of our story is that the administration of the nation should be in the hands of a wisest or educated person.